I think I'm here everywhere. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here quick. I mean, here it is, November 3rd. And all the great holidays are this month. Of course, being my birthday month, it's one of my favorites. So, let's get going. I'm going to use the cutouts today. These are the pumpkin cutouts. There's 3 of them. This is more of a gourd, I think, but we're going to treat it like a pumpkin. And what I did beforehand is I sanded it, and I used a hand sander. The reason I did, if you could see, it's kind of distressed. It was all pretty much white before, like a whitewash. You could still see the grain, but now I brought out even more. If I use electric sander, I have a tendency to overdo it. So I have more control of the hand sander. Did around the edges and some around here too. I did it on all 3 of them. And actually, these all look nice as is. And it's double-sided. This is what it looked like before I sanded it. And they stand up. But we're going to decorate them. And I am going to use this transfer. It is, no kidding, Pumpkin Cutout Patterns. That's the name of it. And it's a D size transfer. So, you know, my arms, it's pretty good size. Now what I am going to show you is what I do with the transfers. A lot of times, and I probably could have done this beforehand, but I just want to show you how I do it. Now these all come in these packages, and they have the directions for the care and use on the back of every one. It's on a backer sheet. And I'll show you. There's the backer sheet. It's kind of glossy, and the transfer sticky. So that's how it goes back, the sticky to the shiny or glossy. Now, all these lines right here are your cutting lines, which is fine. However, I have trouble getting them back on the backers, so it's easier for me to do this. I keep the backer sheet, but I cut this differently. I'll take a ruler. Let's see, I'm going to use this one, and this one. So, I'll show you what I do. Now I am on our cutting mat, which is nice. I don't want it to go all the way through, but I do want it to cut through the transfer. And this way. It gives me a little bit more room on the to put it back on the back the backer. But you know, it would be something like that that would be the hardest thing to do for me anyway. Okay. And I just do this all the way around. So do I have anybody watching today? Are you getting ready for Thanksgiving? Enjoying fall weather? Even here in Florida, it's still warm, but the humidity is almost gone. It feels good. Now I'll show you what this does. You just take this and take the strips off. And if you miss some, just cut it like this. Now I have a little bit more room to put that guy back on. And that is one of them that we're going to use. Now we are going to use this guy. This is getting to be my favorite time of year in Florida. I love fall and winter in Florida. Mostly that humidity goes away and we do get some cooler weather. We've even had, although I've been here 35 years. I haven't seen it, but it has been known to snow here. So, but it can get in the 40s, even in the 30s. I have lived here shortly after we moved here, where we lost electricity and it was cold. It was in the 30s. So we had to turn the fireplace on to keep warm. And I'm all right with that as long as I'm prepared for it. Don't like the real harsh cold. It's not for me anymore. I guess I was kind of spoiled. All right, now let's get this one on the bottom. Let's see. It takes a little bit, but for me, it's worth it. Then it's done. Need to do one up here. Thought I did. Okay, score that. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I have one more line to finish. And the rest of them I'll do off camera. Now, I have a mixture. Actually, everything I am using today are shimmers. Now, shimmers are, let me give you a sample, if you can see that. They're glitter without the mess. Just, they don't have quite as much of a shine as glitter does, but you can definitely see the shine in them. And this one is pumpkin, shimmer pumpkin. I'm going to use shimmer copper, shimmer olive, shimmer gold, and shimmer crimson. Now this one actually I've had a year, last year at this time, and it's still good. It's a little bit thicker. but it's still good. And that's been open, so that's great. All right, so I think, let's see. Let's start with the big one. But what I want to do first, I want to do a little bit of waxing, not a lot, because there's a lot of open spaces here, so there's not a lot of sticky to stick on here. But I do not want it to pull up. I want it to stay on the surface. So, and there is just a very little here, so we can't overdo it really. Let's hope. If you do, what happens is it's not going to stick to it. So then you just have to hold it down, and once you start putting the chalk paste on it, that kind of acts as a glue to keep it in place. So. All right, let's see how that does. And let's get this transfer on. Okay, now if you look at this, you can see the silk screen netting in between, and all those little dots are distressing. The transfer's doing the distressing for you. Can you see that? Okay, so I say I hope I had this turned the right way. Boy, that was just luck, because with the stem, because I didn't check that when I sanded it. We'll have to see how the others do. So you can see what I mean. There's not a whole lot of sticky. The teal is your sticky transfer. The stuff that's showing through the white from the cutout is where you're going to put all the paste. Now, this is what I was thinking I would do. First of all, you see me smoothing this down. You want the sticky to smooth down as best you can. You don't want any air bubbles, as that'll show up and it could leak through. Okay, so we're going to color most of this. Originally thought I could just do this in pumpkin and that would make it super easy, but no, I got to make it harder. So I'm going to use copper. My thoughts are, I am going to use this hockey stick. It's not a hockey stick, it's a multi-purpose tool, but it looks like a hockey stick, am I right? Okay. I'm going to put them, I might actually do all the lines going this way and then this way, and then come over the whole thing with the pumpkin. Let's take a chance. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but let's try it. Okay. Actually, you know what? I could probably just take some off of here. I'm not worried about being too perfect here, because I think what I will do is when I am all done, I will come back with my finger and just dab it in probably the pumpkin and blend it. Let's see. So this, I'm just using this, it has that small squeegee on the end. Kind of using it like a pencil or a pen. Kind of. I really don't hold it this way, but it's working right now, so I'm good. We have a whole bunch of different shapes and sizes of squeegees. I'm just now getting used to this one. Took a while. My favorite is the small squeegee for everything, unless you have a really big space. And as you can see, I'm not too particular here. Go over the lines, I'm fine with that. Because like I said, I am going to blend this, or try to. So you guys have any big Thanksgiving plans? Just put them in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. We get together with family, as much as family as we can. Some of them live here in Florida, some live in North Carolina, and then we have a lot of family in Illinois, where I'm from. This time, my family from North Carolina will be here with us. Yay! Okay, I probably could speed this up a little bit. The last thing I want it to do is dry on the transfer and not stay on the design. And like I said, you could just take one color and do the whole thing and be done really quick. Which make this a lot easier. It still isn't too hard because I'm not working or worried too much about, not worried at all actually about going over the lines. So that's good. I'm thinking this may really bring out the design. So everything that's teal here, or these thin lines, like, they're going to stay this white or off-white. And everything that you see as the white is going to be whatever color you chalk it on. So if that helps you visualize what we're doing, that's great. Now I'm going to scrape off some of the extra. All right, now let's put this over here. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to go all over the place with the shimmer pumpkin. I think even the stem, we're going to make that orange too, because I want to. You don't have to. You can make it green or brown or tan, whatever the color they are. This is a gourd, I think, that we're treating as a pumpkin. Now I'm dipping this back in here. I'm not worried about contaminating the colors as I already took off excess. So I'm not really picking up any color when I do this. And you notice that this is really, I'm not having to worry too much about this not being sticky enough because the paste is helping like a glue, keeps it in place. Especially since I did the lines first. And if not, big areas like this that have a lot of open spaces, work from the middle and work out. That way, if you have any bubbles, it might work it out. Just little tips and stuff that you learn the more you do it. You learn what works best for you. It's not hard. There's just a little bit of a learning curve. But you can see, I'm not doing anything special here. And I'm not an artist. All right, I don't know if this is gonna make a difference or not if I do this, but actually I think what would is if I took a little bit of the copper and did that. Blend this in a little bit and see what that does. If anything, you don't know if you don't try, right? So that's what I'm doing. Maybe put more of this copper on the top, see what that does. All right, let's see. You get to see before I do. Whew. You know, I like to blend this just a little more right here. So just lay it back down and try to put some more on there. So if you do it slowly, there's a place you'd like to change up a little bit, pull it up, or put it back down and blend it in. Now let's blend these in a little bit more. Oops. Well, that actually is supposed to be distressed. That was on purpose. Okay. And there we go. Turned out pretty good. What do you think, guys? Can you catch the shimmer on there? So pretty. All right, let's put this aside for now. And I'm going to take this, and for now, I'm just going to set this back on here. And when I'm all done, see what I mean about putting that back on? I got more room, so I don't have to be too exact. When I get this all washed and let it dry, sticky side up, I'll put it back on here, and that's how I'm going to keep it. And you could put it back in the bag that it comes in, the cellophane type bag, which I did for quite a while, but just recently I have changed and I put them in photo journal books. Makes it easier, and it's kind of like a book. I can flip through them and see what I have. All right, now the next one, I am going to do, I'm going to do this small one. Did I looked at with 2 in a row. Woo, okay, the stem's going the right way. You know, if it didn't, I had this sticky side up. If it did, that's okay. I would just improvise. I'd take, like I did with the tool, and put more of the copper or whatever color I thought would be good for the stem. So again, I am just putting a little bit of paste, or wax, not paste, sorry, wax on here. And then buff it in. And I'm going to wipe my hands off. Hey, Derry. All right, guys. What do you think so far? Okay. Now, I'm going to put this on. Try to match it up here the best I can. Now again, you could do this real easy. One color, fast and done. But I'm not going to do that. I think, okay, I'm smoothing this out again, trying to make sure there's no bubbles and it's sticking down pretty good. I think I'm going to use copper gold and olive. And I'm going to use these little, yeah, let's do the green first. The shimmer olive. And those are going to be on all these lines going across. Now remember, the teal is a transfer and the paste is not going through it. So I can go over on to the teal, hopefully not too much because that's how I mix colors if I get too close to the edge. So you, as you can see, you don't have to be an artist. A crafter, yeah, that helps. I mean, let's face it, this is something crafters like to do. They like to make their own stuff. And they love it when it turns out really good. Speaking as a true crafter, not an artist, trust me. I have artists in the family that do awesome, awesome work. My son, my daughter-in-law, and my granddaughter. And I'm sure there's more. I did not get that skill, but I do enjoy crafting, and I'm fairly good at it. At least, let's just say I am willing to try. But when something like this works that easy, you really don't have to be a crafter. You just have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy making your own. You know, put in your home, or if you like selling finished goods. To this just amazes me. It wows me every time. And I'll show you the part I like best in a little bit. Now, I'm going to finish it in 2 colors. Do I need a smaller squeegee? I think maybe I will. Now, when I say a smaller squeegee, the small one is this size. But I take them and I cut them even smaller. So let's start with the gold. I'm going to do every other one in the gold. So that will end up on the 2 ends in the middle. And we're going to do it stem and all. And trying to concentrate. It's hard to think of words when I'm concentrating. This is easier to do when you're not doing a video, but I like to show you all how it goes. That's part of what I enjoy about this, is I like to show how it works. It amazes me still. All right, and trust me, I make my share of mistakes. And you can always figure out a way to fix them, usually. Worst comes to worst, if you have a surface that's not reusable, as supposedly these cutouts are, you can try to wipe off as much as you want. You can. However, it's wood and it's porous, so that's why they say it's not reusable. But you can sand it, and then you can do it all over again. So, and on chalkboard, non-porous surfaces, you don't like it, and you can't think of any way to fix it, wipe it off. Start all over. Clean your transfer and do it again. And again, and again. Every once in a while I look on here and see if there's any comments. Not yet. But if you guys do come in, even on the replay, I'd still love to hear. I like to know where everybody's from. I'm here. Well, I'm Sherry, by the way. I forgot to tell you who I was. I am Sherry, and I live in Florida. So, tell me, anybody that lives up north from here, with all the color changes, I just love this. I think it's so pretty when all the leaves are changing, and a little bit of a breeze, and a little cooler. My favorite, absolute favorite. But are the leaves still colorful, or have you lost all the leaves already? That is when Florida is nice. After the fall is over with and all the leaves are gone, the trees are bare, and I know this from Illinois, then Florida's beautiful. It's green, it's sunny, it's not as humid. So, all right, scrape off the excess, put them back in the jar, because that's reusable too. All right, let's take this off. And this is my favorite part. Ta-da! See? I love it. You could also do something with the sides. I've seen people paint it, like metallic paint. You could do that. I've seen a Mod Podge strips of scrapbook paper on there. Or you could leave it like I'm going to do. And when it dries, you could do something different on the other side. And that's all shimmer. Can you see it? Sometimes it's hard to get it on camera. I love it. Okay, now the last one. First, I'm going to put this back on here. Put these over here. And I'm going to put this back on the backer. When I'm done, I'll take these to the sink and wash them. Okay, and I'm going to use, you know what? I don't have to worry about the stem on this one because it's just a few little dots. How do we get this one lined up? Let's see. This may take a little bit. You know, all right, let's do a little bit of waxing on here. I should have done that before I put that on there. Okay. Now we gotta try to figure out and if you have a light table, turn this just a little bit. Let's see. If you have a light table, you could put this on top of it, or you could just bring it up to the light from the window or a lamp, and you could see the outline, so you could see how well that is lined up. Again, smooth it out. Now, this is what I'm thinking. The apple, the crimson, the pie, pumpkin, and the rest, or maybe the leaves in green. The rest of it, I'm going to use a hot mess technique. So, first, I need another one of these. Multi-purpose tool. Let's do the apple. Or I'll do the apple. Again, just squeegeeing this on, kind of using it like a pen or pencil. Or, no, that's it. All right, that aside, let's do the pumpkin. What color is this? That's copper. All right, let's get another small one. All right, let's see if this will work on here. Probably shouldn't have used this as this was sitting, drying out on the squeegee while I was doing the other one. but there's that. And let's do the green, the leaves, and all the little polka dots. In this shimmer olive. Again, this would be so fast and easy if you did it just all one color. All right, here's some dots and leaves. All right. How about if I use this one with copper for like the acorns. Again, concentrating, talking don't work well for me. Here's some more over here. I'm thinking this would be pretty, the bowl, put that all in gold. Oh, I could have done it in red too. That's what I'll do. I'll do this coffee cup down here on the bottom in red, along with a heart on top. I was going to do this hot mess. It looks like I'm doing them all individually. And let's do this candle up here. Do that in red. And we forgot a leaf. I forgot a leaf down here. How about gold here? Now we have a bunch of words left. I'm going to kind of switch it up between the copper and the gold. Now you notice with the transfer, some of the words are partially there, but that's on purpose. I'm going to do cozy in the copper. Here's one more green leaf. Okay, how about, let's see. Let's do the, which is supposed to be happy, and we got the hat. Hat. Ha. Down here. And also for fall. Are all, no, A's for glaze maybe? Don't know. All right, the rest of them, let's take and do, where's my other one? In gold, the words, except for autumn and fall. I'm actually going to do that in the hot mess so you can see what that's like. It's a real easy technique that has really awesome effect. So I'm going to show it to you. Oh, I was going to do autumn as part of it. Well, maybe we'll just do it for fall. Or I'll try over it anyway. And chilly air. Yay, I'm ready for some of that. Not cold. Didn't say cold. I said chilly. And pumpkin pie. All right, now for the autumn, let's do this again, only this time since I did it that way, we'll kind of do more of a blending technique. And let's see, what about a little bit more of pumpkin. Take this and blend it in. And then take this and blend it in. Let's do the same thing with this. Well, not that. Let's do the hot mess with this one. Just do dabs of it, different places. You do want to be careful with too much of the darker colors and want to make sure they all go together, or you could get a muddy color. All right, now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to kind of go in a zigzag. And then I'm going to come back and scrape off. But this I don't want to add because this is a combination, a new color. So we got everything. Let's lift it slowly. Straight edge, straight up. I love this one. See, there's a hot mess technique. Turned out cute, and that's a blending one. I'm loving it. Yay. Don't you like it when your plan turns out? So, there we go. There's that one. And this one, and my tall pumpkin or gourd. And lay this, of course you'd be standing this up like this, but you wouldn't be able to see it like that. So there we go. You like it? I love it. So happy with this. I'm going to put this up for my fall and Thanksgiving display. Very cool. And I like the sanding in the background, and this one especially. You can really see it. It just looks old-fashioned. It looks cool. I like that. And you can see it a little bit on this one too. This one not so much, only because the color covered a lot of it, but I still love it. So, tell me what you think. Remember, you can do this on one color. You could do any color you want. Hot mess, blending, solid colors. It's your choice. You can make them pink and purple if you want. Actually, some gourds might be. They're all different colors, so that's it. That's all I have today. If you have any questions or comments, or if you come in on the replay and see this, tell me where you're from. Thanks for watching. Bye. Well, I'm trying to end this. Oh, hey Steve, I see you're watching. Say hi. It won't end.